Hey, what's up, y'all? So, I have an INFJ here. And I made sure she's an INFJ because she just went off the test. She didn't learn about functions yet. And 80% of people who test as INFJ are not INFJ, so I really made sure.
I'm moving around a lot, sorry.
Oh.
I'm moving around too much.
But yeah, I'm about 100% sure she's an INFJ, especially the last time I talked to you on the phone.
Oh.
I'm pretty much 100% sure.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what made you so certain. Wait, why is your phone crooked? Do you see that? Is that on purpose? Okay, try again. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh yeah. So anyways, you asked me what made me.
Yeah, what made you so certain I was an INFJ?
Well, for one thing, I was. I noticed.
What was it that I said?
I know when I saw you. When you were talking about how you were looking at my videos and you had you were starting to connect the dots and stuff like that, it really showed me your NI, introverted intuition, with your dominant function. I knew you was hiding your NI from me though, the whole time, sort of. And she's not into functions, right? Just to make it clear, she hasn't gotten into functions yet. She don't know.
Hiding it?
Yeah, you was hiding your dominant function.
I don't know what that means.
she hasn't. I'm still teaching her about functions, whatever.
I guess.
But yeah,
it's called having perspective. That's what it's really called.
Yeah.
See, I learned something.
Yeah, she learned that from I showed her a personality hacker. Y'all don't know, personality hacker the best. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But yeah, that's your introverted intuition that you was showing me that once. Remember, you was looking at my video and you was like analyzing my behavior.
Yeah.
And making spotting patterns.
I mean, honestly, it was just because you had mentioned you were a certain way, but it's different when someone tells you who they are versus them
you observing them.
Yeah, you observing them and then them knowing they're that way.
Yeah, because sometimes people tell who they are and it ain't as accurate. You know what I mean? That's what you're talking about. Yeah, and I noticed you was an extroverted filler. That's the first thing I noticed about you, but I didn't think it was your dominant function. The way you was exhibiting it, I did not think it was your dominant function.
Extroverted, what?
Feeling. Like, you know the whole thing about...
That means I want harmony.
Yeah, that's right.
In my environment, okay?
Emotional harmony.
These words, I have no idea, but that means harmony.
Yeah, she's still learning. But yeah, I noticed that first, and I noticed... Yeah, my first thing I noticed your extroverted feeling. So I was on the fence between you could possibly have been mistyped as ISFJ or ENFJ, but I canceled all that when I saw you use your dominant introverted intuition, which is very sophisticated, which I could tell. It's more sophisticated than your extroverted feeling. So as far as us being, you know, because we've been getting to know each other romantically, you know what I'm saying, since October. If I didn't mention that already. But anyways, as far as us, as me being an ST, a sensor thinker, right, and you being an intuitive feeler, how does that, that means our energy meshes a certain way. So
okay, wait, you gotta slow down. So I'm a what?
I said you're an intuitive feeler.
I'm an intuitive feeler, meaning what again? Intuitive. I thought I was introverted intuition.
You are.
Yeah.
Both. Well, I was just trying to, your N and the F.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to.
I'm an introverted intuition and what?
And you're a feeler.
Feeler.
Extroverted feeler.
Okay, extroverted feeler. Okay.
Well, I guess comparing our two types, how do you, from what you know so far, what do you, explain that, how do you think that dynamic works?
Okay. Honestly, I don't know all the terminology, but I think the first thing I noticed was that you your baseline is you're not very emotive. Like your facial expressions are very one tone, which is fine. That's just something I noticed because my facial, I don't know if you can tell in this video, but in person, people tell me that I blink a lot or
You definitely.
My eyes roll. I don't know that I'm doing it. I don't always talk with my hands, but talking with my hands helps me to organize what I'm thinking and saying. He's just very one tone, which is, like I said, which is fine. But I think first impressions were, it was awkward for me as a person that I need to give and receive. If I'm giving you energy, it either needs to match mine or I feel offended in a way. So honestly, the first time
Yeah.
I did. I mean, offended is strong, but that's like...
I think you adapted to me as well.
Like, I wasn't sure if you were being standoffish, but it would be weird if you're meeting... Like, you go out of your way to meet somebody, and then you're standoffish. So I was, like, I kind of canceled that out. Because in my head, I was like, okay, why would this person meet up with me just to be standoffish? So I was like, okay, that's probably just how you interact. But, yeah, very one tone, and then very minimalistic.
Yeah.
Two things I'm the opposite of.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which was weird because I was like, hi, I'm Sydney. And you just like looked at me. Like you didn't even really say hi. Like you said hi, but I remember you were like, it felt like you were mumbling to me. Like you were speaking really low. So I remember in the morning when I was leaving, you said bye, but I couldn't even hear you. So I like just walked away, I'm pretty sure. And then you followed me and I was like, why is he following me? And then you said bye, you were closer. I was like, oh, so you were saying goodbye. So it's just
what
like,
was that?
It was like the very first time
oh.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, first impressions. And then, yeah, those two things, honestly.
And you kind of started to analyze me and start to understand
The thing is, I'm very forgiving. I don't expect everybody to be, because I picked up on the fact that you were an introvert. I know an introvert when I see one. So, because I myself am an introvert. So I think that was what I felt was obviously the common factor, but...
Yeah, that's what we had in common.
Yeah, I was just, like, I'm also laid back, but I have more energy than him. So if I want to do something, then I have to kind of like initiate it, unless you already kind of have agenda. Like you improvise, but I think I'm more spontaneous. Like those are two different words, you know?
Spontaneous.
Like, okay, spontaneous
you feel something as in, you feel like doing your emotions.
Like, if I have like a burst of energy all of a sudden, like I have to like act on it and do something. But you just like are mostly one level. That was my experience.
Well, my emotions are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my emotions are pretty even. That's what I see what you're saying. My emotions are very even, but you do have more energy as far as outward energy. I feel like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I got a lot of energy though. You might not can tell, but low key, you can't tell, but.
Yeah, you do have energy when you feel like exerting it.
But I don't show it.
Yeah, but if you don't want to exert energy, then you won't. Like, if it's about playing sports, then you're like...
You saying I'm laid back pretty much?
You're laid back, but if it's like something that you want to put energy into, like, you'll do it.
Okay. That makes sense.
For example, this, like, you actually... If it was an agenda, it was something you planned and you wanted to execute it. So you made sure you had the energy to do that. That's
what they say about us too. They say about ISTP, we have stored energy that we use at certain times.
Okay, I'm starting to learn that then.
Yeah, she's learning more and more as we go. We're kind of opposites in a lot of ways. Two of the fillers are very, compared to me.
Who's an intuitive filler, me or you?
You.
I said me or you. Me, I'm an intuitive feeler. Versus what again?
Sensitive thinker. I'm just trying to use the letters to.
A sensitive thinker.
Sensitive thinker.
Sensitive thinker.
So yeah, I'm a SP, also SP. It's confusing, but because you're still new. But
okay, they know that. They know I'm new. You said it like 3 times.
But yeah, you'll get there. You'll get it eventually.
This is for the people that don't know anything about personality typing, which you don't even like calling it that, so, but that's what I call it.
But because it's not really your personality, it's kind
just
of
how you operate.
It's kind of how you do, like what you're using to develop your personality in a way. So.
I think it's not personality. It's like the tools you use to like go through daily life. Like everyone uses different tools. People may use common things, but everyone just adapts in ways where you can just put them in groups. Like, these people do this way. Yeah, it makes sense.
So the people out here who don't think, well, they're probably confused because some people don't think we have emotions. But like,
Yeah. When you first, I think for like the first month, I didn't think you had emotions.
Yeah.
Because you also aren't.
You asked me one time.
Like, you don't communicate through. I mean, you do communicate through words, but I don't know. You have, like you
non-verbal.
said. Yeah. 80% of your communication is nonverbal. Yeah, I said 80%.
Really?
I mean, unless like, I mean, now that I'm starting to get to know you, I feel like you're becoming more talkative, but it's like you kind of needed to reach a point. Maybe it's just like how you open up to people in general, and I feel like that's everyone to a certain extent. Yeah. Like, they may be more laid back when you're first getting to know them, but then they become more comfortable with time. So, yeah.
So how do you relate to INFJ?
INFJ? How do I relate?
So it sounds like you relate, of course. And I showed her some things and she said...
How do I relate to INFJ? I am an INFJ. How can I relate if I'm already...
I mean, like, how does it resonate with you? Like, what parts resonate with you the most?
Oh, okay. I think I would say...
You spot patterns. I notice you spot patterns. I notice you read emotions and stuff like that. You look at emotional harmony. You're looking at the environment and seeing how things affect everybody and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're in touch with people's needs. You're in touch with my needs.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say, like, I take on the emotional burden of other people.
Do you? You think it can be a flaw? Sometimes
I think it's a flaw because
it's not a bad thing.
But if you don't know how to manage it, it can be very tiring. Like everything will
I've noticed that. I didn't say that, but I did notice that.
Because it's like you have people you care about, and it's like you want to be able to carry their emotional burden, but it's a lot to carry someone else's problems, especially when you care so much about people. Mm-hmm. Then it's like you feel what they're feeling, so it's just. And they expect you to be on that emotional ride with them.
All the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need time to yourself.
Not even time to myself, but also that point in that podcast that was making it being an exchange. Like, many times it can feel one-sided, where I'm more so on the receiving end of someone's emotional burden, and then there's no time for it to be reciprocated. Mm-hmm. Or I have trouble initiating that, like, because some people do want to hear, but unless you're that type of person that's like, okay, you shared this with me, I'm kind of absorbing it, okay, it's my time to share back. I'm more so comfortable with, like, absorbing than, because I've been so used to absorbing it that I don't know how to speak on my own behalf, you know, sometimes. Unless, I mean, I can be good if somebody probes me. Like, if you prompt me with it, if you're like, oh, Sydney, like, I've seen you've been quieter, or I see your face is this, or is everything okay? Like, you can't just ask me, is everything okay? I'll just be like, yeah. Like, you need to ask me, like,
probing question.
Did something happen today that...
Be specific and stuff like
yeah. And then I'll be like, I'll think about it, and then I'll start talking about it. But you have to ask questions throughout it. I have to know that whoever I'm sharing whatever I want to share with wants to hear it. Because, you know, some people just ask you because they want to be nice. Mm-hmm. I've never really been that person. I don't ask somebody how they're doing just to be nice. I genuinely want to know. Mm-hmm. But there's some people that are just like, I don't want to polite. Yeah, I don't want to share something emotional or whatever it may be, personal, with somebody that's not ready to receive it the way I would take care and compassion with theirs. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's tiring, but that's honestly why I feel as though I have not been able to thrive to my potential all the way. Not that sole reason, but in the podcast, they were talking about the influential people that were INFJs, and that became very inspiring to me because it feels like...
You're talking about Martin Luther King, you got Jesus, you got Gandhi. There's some more, but those are the ones that they said in there. And I also said too. Yeah. Well. I told her that before we watched it.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. Jesus is one of them, and not only because in
pretty obvious, yeah.
Not even like a religious sense, but just in terms of principle. Like, when you think of Jesus, what are the principles you think of? Not like, oh, not like viewing him through the perspective of religion or spirituality. You're just saying, okay, what are the things? What are the 3 words?
That's what I meant when I was talking about it before. Yeah.
Right. What are the 3 words that you would use to describe Jesus? Mm-hmm. So that kind of came to my mind. I was like, okay. But on the other hand, I can see how, like, I mean, I'm still a human being. I can't live up to that. But like I said, it was just inspiring because it kind of got to the point of carrying emotional burdens is good, but you have to learn how to manage it, release it back, and that can help you reach your own potential. And then I was like,
useful information.
I was like,
yeah. I mean, that's how Myers-Briggs is. It's very helpful. If you use it right, it can be very helpful for you. And like, I was
interested in how to do that.
Yeah, I saw you listening. I saw you. You were very into it.
I was, because I wanted to know.
I was trying to talk. I said something. He was like, wait a minute.
Let me fuck around and be the next Martin Luther King.
Right, because I was talking. He was like, wait a minute. I was trying to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you listening real hard for this. This must be.
But it's like, it's crazy because I see potential in myself, but nothing's ever good enough. So that's also
you see potential in others too.
And I see potential in others. Like, I like to bring out, that's one of my strengths. I always say, when people ask me, because, you know, job interviews love asking you, what are your strengths and weaknesses? I always say, like, you know, I feel as though I bring out the best in other people, or I want harmony in my environment.
That's
whatever I have to do to sacrifice for harmony and peace of mind, I just do it. Because it's just like, carrying negative energy for me is just so tiring. It's so tiring. And I know sometimes people like to be in conflict. I know how to manage conflict because I've had plenty of conflict. I have no issue being confrontational. That's not what I'm saying.
That's just a stereotype to say y'all INFJs don't buy it. But a lot of times they say that for fillers. I don't think that's usually true.
I can,
stuff like that.
If something is really bothering me or if something's important to me, I'm gonna speak on it. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna be aggressive, but I think there's a way to be. Yeah, there's a way to make your needs known. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You think you learned that over time, or you always been like that?
No, I haven't always been. I used to be very submissive. I was very submissive. I was very like people pleasing. I grew up a people pleaser. That's why I'm like this now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I have more boundaries now.
Because I have an ISFJ that's in my family, and I can see that in them too. Stuff like that. I've had experiences with INFJs. I know ISFJs, they like to take care of people, like literally take care of people. I don't see you as being much like a person to take care of people. You do it. You do things in different ways to try to help people. You know,
I like to help people in my career, my profession, if that's what I want to do. But if you are an able-bodied being, you are capable, and you're an adult, you're in your right mind. There's no reason anybody should be taking care of you. That's different from being a caretaker.
I'm not into that either as an ISTP.
Like, if you're a caretaker, you know, somebody's elderly, somebody has special needs. Like, yes.
Would you do that as a job?
I personally wouldn't. I don't have the patience.
Really? Okay. That's interesting. Because ISTPs love that. They really do.
Yeah, I don't have the patience. Yeah. Like, I know my limits, but I do help, and then I feel as though I need to help, but I have to like put them in the position where they can stand on their own 2 feet. It can't be like I'm constantly giving you help and you can't help yourself.
That sounds similar to my philosophy as ISTP. We're known for that actually. More than y'all are. But I see it's still a little slightly different. That's kind of how, like, if I'm gonna help somebody, I'm actually probably not gonna help. I'm probably gonna teach them how to help themselves.
Yeah.
You probably help them a little more than me though.
Yeah, I would help more because I'm very empathetic to being helpless.
I'm low key empathetic. You can't always tell, but yeah, you was telling me. I remember you told me that it didn't seem like I was a caring person at first, but I am more caring than I let off, or something like that.
I'm trying to like word it correctly. Because I do think everyone has the capacity to care. It's just that you choose what you care, like maybe what you care about or who you care about. Like for me, no matter what or who it is, I'm gonna care for you. I would never intentionally put harm on it. Not saying you're putting harm, but I always like to make somebody else, like I go out of my way to make somebody feel comfortable, because I don't have to get it back, because I get like gratification out of, you know, making other people feel comfortable. But I know that's something that I like as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I give the opportunity for it to be reciprocated, because that's what I like to do. But I'm not going to do it for whatever. Yeah, I just do it because I like to. Yeah, because it's just, I think it's just a nice thing to do.
Yeah, that's good. I understand that. It's just something you like to do. Yeah. Makes you feel good to do it.
I don't do it just because it makes me feel good. I think it just goes back to that harmony thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, I just like things.
So I mean, it's been an interesting dynamic as far as how we mesh together. We complement each other in certain ways, I think. That are just very surprising in general. Like, I've dated other INFJs. I've been friends with other INFJs. It usually goes pretty well. I don't think I've ever had a...
Look at Kamala Harris. Oh, sorry. This is a video.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
I forgot.
You forgot it was
what were you saying? I got so zoned out. It's because I saw my soror on TV, so I got excited.
Oh, the TV on right there.
Sorry.
It's cool. I mean, I actually forgot what I was saying. But anyway,
I mean, that was like, okay, so we talked about I talked about the first impressions and everything, but I mean, I feel like we're talking a lot about me. I guess it is about INFJs, whatever.
So what do you think we should talk about?
Like? I mean, I feel like there's ways that I don't know. I don't want to think about it in terms of like similarities and differences, because I really feel like we're more so different than we are similar.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's just meshes. I think the energies mesh.
Yeah, that's what it is too. We both move at the same pace. If I'm ready to go, he's ready to go, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That makes sense.
For now.
Yeah, I mean, we just, I guess we do move at the same pace. We kind of just, we both work out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's good that you like to work out, because I work out, everybody can't keep up with it. So like that. You go to the gym like every day.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that is something that I like, because in terms of just lifestyle, right? You're very, like, you are an athlete, so you already have like an athletic metabolism. I used to do like dance and, you know, ballet, and I did play sports as a child in addition to ballet, but like I played soccer, basketball, I swam for leisure, but at school, like during school and, you know, during recess, like I like to be active. I'm an active person. And I grew up that way as well, liking to dance. So I like that we have that in common, because I need somebody that likes to take care of themselves and their body, because it motivates me. Because it's like, if I ask him, oh, do you want to go to the gym? It's always, you know? Like I would hate it if if I was speaking or talking to somebody or like dating somebody who doesn't have the same gym habits, or it doesn't have to necessarily be gym, but actually maybe I do, because that's honestly something I've gotten to more recently as of August, because I told him about like the areas of my body that I wanted to tone up or whatever. So I started CrossFit in August, and I ended up shedding off pounds that I put on in the beginning of the year. So ever since then, I was like, I need to be with somebody that also likes to be active and will like go to the gym with me. Like we went to the gym and it was great because I felt motivated to lift weights, which can be hard. Like I like classes, I like group things. Like I have friends. Like I have a lot of different types of friends. Like I like doing things because I get the energy from being in a group when it comes to working out. You, I think, do more so specialized training because you're basketball.
I do different phases of training. So we was in a different phase of training. We worked out, but it's still, I gave you a new workout, didn't I? That you've never done?
Yeah, there's certain ones that I haven't done.
Yeah, so it worked out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and also when I wanted to go to the aquarium, you wanted to go.
Oh yeah, we
like he likes doing things I like to do too, which is what I like. Because some people will just be like I feel you're very easygoing. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Like you're not very oppositional.
I like trying new things out. If something I've never done, if you come with the idea, be like, hey, let's do this. I'll be like, all right, let's do that. I'll be ready to do it.
I'll be like, great.
Because it's healthy.
Because I have someone to do something with. It's fun.
Yeah, because with my personality type, we do have something called TINI loops. So we don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I know nothing.
Where so basically I need new experiences all the time. It's healthy for me.
That could be an issue.
Oh yeah?
I think that's a problem, but
oh, yeah.
You said you don't want me to be biased, but I think that's like, then I guess people can be, because I feel like I'm never satisfied in some ways, but I think that's another way of saying you're never really satisfied.
I wouldn't say that, but like it's helping me to have a new experience, to give me new fuel.
Okay.
In a way, if that makes sense. But yeah,
new fuel. So you get energy from new experiences.
Yeah.
I mean, fuel, like, I'm trying to...
Thinking, like, stuff to
You're
analyze.
speaking, like, in metaphors.
Yeah, stuff to analyze, stuff to... I don't know. To new fuel. I don't know how to explain it, but... I think we got some good talking points. You got anything else you want to...
I think we should revisit and do, like, the questions, and then I answer, and then you answer.
Okay, let's do that. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. INFJ here.
Oh God.
I made sure she's INFJ. I'm telling y'all know how skeptical I am when people say they took the test and got INFJ, and I really made sure. I'm about 100% sure. I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna say, it's always somebody that's gonna be like, I think you're this type, and they usually wrong. Somebody's always going, most of the time, but I'm pretty much 100% sure my trained eye. Yeah, but thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. You want to tell them you're on Instagram or something? I don't know.
Oh, sure. Follow me on Instagram, the girl Sydney with an I.
Okay. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all.